Well, hey everybody. It's a beautiful day. We just got through with some rain, and sometimes people will say, "Can I work my bees in the rain?" And I say, "Well, what do you need to do? I don't need to work bees in the rain, but I do need to work bees right after the rain came. So it wasn't a bad storm. But what I need to do today is this is a double Nook 5/5, and all indications last time I was in there said that they wanted more space. So instead of building up again, I thought that this would be the good time to have them go into 10 frame equipment. I do love 5 frame equipment, but yeah, they're built out and filling with liquid and some nectar. Um, I do have a little bit of an advantage in the deep. It's just that turquoise box. Most of the frames are drawn there. Had a friend changing equipment styles, and we were able to work it out. And you see here, even on this outside far frame, they're starting to fill it out. They're drawing it out. So, all right. So now the logistics of this is going to be a little bit of a dance, and I need to contemplate. So what we need to do is we need to get a full-size 10-frame bottom onto this location, and you can see I've still got the queen castle. Probably what I'll do, just to make it easier, is I like to keep this queen castle in the yard as much as possible in case I need it in a pinch. I just got done running it through, so that makes it a little bit easier for me. All right, sometimes I made it too complicated. All right, so what we'll do is now there's the 10-frame bottom, and this is one of my old boxes. It says bees don't care, close enough construction, and the bees don't care. Got a daughter put her name on it, and we're actually going to put that on the bottom. I don't typically like deeps over top of mediums, but I'll tell you that this is a temporary situation, and from there it's just a matter of moving frames, and it's a little bit of a shuffle because this is outer top, but it's going to be outer. You can't have 4 outers. This next one over, the first one I pulled out, will be outer edge as well. And then what we'll do is, as we go through this rest of this top box, anything honey is going to be on the edge, or towards the outside. Oh, look at that. This queen should be red marked. She's absolutely still slinging it. So she's a last year queen. If you remember, this was an accidental case where I moved the mature queen on a split, but it's okay, obviously. Look at that. She's still doing work. So I see no reason to get rid of her or try to change her out. She would have been a new queen last year. Okay, so there's some more wet nectar, so that can be an outside. Okay, so what we ended up with was 3 on the outside edges, 2 brood. We put them towards the middle. Now let's see what kind of magic this one has. So yeah, so having the deeps drawn out, I think I'm smoking myself more than I'm smoking the bees, is a nice benefit, because what I'll do, I started to say it, it's another good brood frame, chunk of brood, as I'm only going to put the deep on top long enough for them to start using it, start filling it. Maybe she lays in there and they start brooding in there, and then I'll flip them as quick as I can. So Another good brood frame. Okay, I like that. I like that kind of party. And we got 3 more to go. Haven't seen her yet. Like I said, she should be a red dot. Sometimes it can wear off. So if you got a new queen or had an old queen that was marked and you can't find markings, don't panic. First off, I would never say panic. Never panic with bees. There's almost always time to fix it. But secondly, they could have just rubbed it off. Or she could have rubbed it off her, then rubbed it off. All right, so here's a little bit of a more open brood with some capped in it. And so as I started to say, I'm all over the place today. You can work the bees when you need to work the bees. I wouldn't have opened them in the storm unless I had no choice. But opening them up after the storm, it's not ideal. But this is when I had the time to do it, right? So, okay, so good looking brood there again. So feeling really happy about that. Did not see the queen. Not too worried about that in itself. And then you say, well, what about the stragglers? So what I usually do with that is first I want to see, I'm going to look in here. Is the queen in here? It's possible, excuse me. So what we'll do, we'll just put them over top. Thump them in. Didn't get them all. Don't need to get them all. Whoop. That bottom board was stuck on there, but not super stuck, obviously. Okay, and the reason I say we don't need to get them all, we're going to move the hive back to the original position. That's where the double nucleus was. And now take this this box of 10. Again, these were drawn, so they should really start moving in there pretty quick. And I've really been liking these inner covers with the notch in them. And I'm going to put that notch down. That just turns it into an upper entrance. And then we'll put that on there, and you see they can go in and out the top. So there you go. That's changing a double nook 5/5 into a 10 frame and giving them a bunch more room in the form of a 10 frame deep with mostly drawn out frames. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that was useful.